Hey, 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 ho, 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 it's holiday beer time, here we go! Hey, hey, everybody, welcome back to the Salt of the Street studio again for another fantastic episode of Holiday Beer Time! Review. Now that we got that out of the way, it's been a couple days since I was on here doing a beer review. We had a little unscheduled hiatus there for a couple days. Long story short, went out on a trip, tried to go duck hunting, got 2 ducks, and my entire content release schedule kind of got skewed due to some unforeseen circumstances throughout that little trip, which means, unfortunately for nobody, that means we have some catch-up work to do, which means we have not one, not two, but we have 3 beers to get to today. That being said, it has been a long day, but I'm not trying to rifle these 3 beers tonight. So what we are going to do is, obviously I'm going to share these with my beautiful wife when she gets home, but we're going to do kind of a little bit different than what we have been doing. We're going to do a straight lineup comparison of these 3 beers. So without any further ado, let's introduce you to the beers. For today's beers, we have ourselves 2 light beers and one I'm hoping is slightly darker. So we've got ourselves a Helles beer, we've got a Wiener LAger, and this guy says Marzen on it, the 1543. I'm hoping that has something to do with Oktoberfest. But of course, before we start drinking, let's start looking. First up, the Wiener LAger. You can already tell now she's got a nice kind of golden color to it, pretty clear, good carbonation. There we go, our dark haziness we're real excited about. And of course, the Helles, crystal clear. Alright, well now we've taken a look at the color, we've looked at the consistency. Let's go ahead and just dive right in. So what do you think we should do? Let's go in the order of the dates that we were supposed to go in. So the first beer up for Tuesday was supposed to be the Helles beer. This bad boy right there. Now, maybe we should look at the ingredients just to see if there's anything fun and special in here. Water, malted barley, and hops. That's about it. Now this is definitely the more clear of all of these. It's got a good smell. Smells like a lager. Ooh. Oh yeah. Okay. That's really refreshing is what it is. We're talking like it's almost kind of off-putting. It almost kind of is watery in a way, I guess. It's refreshing as in if you're thirsty, you could drink it. But flavor profile, very smooth, not a ton going on. It's like, it tastes like beer, but that's about it. Aftertaste leaves somewhat to be desired. It's a little acrid, almost. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not bad. It definitely tastes good. It's just, I would want to drink this beer when it was hot out. We'll say that much. I don't want to drink it cold, like super cold. Yeah, I'm sorry, Rando Helles, your prospects on the chart don't look so great. All right, so next up, here, let's swig out some water. Let's do this right. All right, now that we're almost done choking on our water, let's go ahead and take a look at this one. I'm really curious about the Wiener LAger. So there's nothing more on here other than this cool stuff there and the words Wiener LAger. So let's taste some wiener, shall we? Hit the nose first, obviously. We got to hit the nose. This one's really kind of the same as the Helles, to be honest. There's nothing that pops out other than a slight maltiness when you first sniff it. You know, no hints of floral notes at all. No sign of those hops being around for the aroma. That one tastes a hell of a lot more like beer, though. That one's not bad. Oh man, actually, you know what this would go really good with? Like a bratwurst, maybe a Wiener Lager. Mmm. Yeah, no, I like that. I could drink that. Oh yeah, especially man with some sausage, some sauerkraut. I mean, not to be all like German and shit, but it legitimately sounds good with this. Mm. Oh yeah, that's good. And now the piece de la resistance, the 1543. I'm just really excited about this one because it says Fest Marzen on it, and if I am correct in my thinking, Oktoberfest beer is generally brewed with a Marzen malt. I think. I don't know. I really want to make it one day, but it's a lager, and I'm not really set up to make that kind of beer yet. But I really want to try this one. It's a lot darker than the rest. If you remember that from the other video, it's a lot darker. It's a little bit more orangey, I guess. The the carbonation is doing something way different than the other ones as well. Oh, and so much more aroma right on the top. Just a deep, full, you know, malty smell to it. Slightly sweet, slightly fermenty, if that makes sense. Okay, I have to try this. I like the haziness that's going on here too. That's probably the extra carbonation that I'm seeing. It's probably got some of that yeast and the protein still left in there, and that doesn't just stop fermenting when you put it in the can. It just gets more carbonated as time goes by, as it slowly eats away at the rest of the sugars and the yeast dies off and all that. So let's give it a shot. Oktoberfest-ish. That's what I would say about that. It reminds me of an Oktoberfest beer, but not there. Oh, there's a deepness to this one that doesn't exist in the other ones. I mean, I think that's you could probably tell just by looking at the glass. There's a lot more going on in there. It's not just clear and clean. There's there's some fuzziness in there. Oh man. Yeah, like it's reminiscent of Oktoberfest, but without that big bold punch right off the front. It's kind of relaxing. This is a good like I want to chill out beer. I just want to calm down. I want to drink a beer because I like beer, but I'm not like trying to get drunk or anything. I just want to drink and I like it to be beer and I don't want it to be super heavy. Mm. See, I had a hunch, so I put it in the bigger glass. I had a hunch this was going to be the one, and we'll say we'll say that's the one of the three. So let's do the breakdown of the today's three. Hard pass on the standard Helles. I mean, it was good, but I mean, you really didn't taste like much more than like watery beer. So I'm sorry, but that one's gonna have to kind of that's on the low tier. Not looking so good for the big tier either. So second up, obviously the Wiener Lager. I'm hungry. I feel like now I want to go make some hot dogs, and I think it's the Wiener Lager's fault. But that's good. That was really good, especially if you're just in the mood for like a crisp, clean feeling lager. Yeah, yeah, still good, still good. And then of course, obviously, our 1543 taking the gold medal for today in today's three. But now let's take a look at how they stack up on the main stack. And of course, one of us had to make the top five today, and that was the 1543, followed closely by the Wiener Lager. And unfortunately, the Helles made it down to the bottom of the stack, down near the beer horn. All right, guys, there it is. 3 beers, 1 night. I'm going to tell you right now, there is absolutely no way I am drinking the rest of these 3 giant beers tonight. Some tastings were good. I'll probably polish off one ish. But the other one, I think probably the Helles, I want to keep for the wife to try just because I want her to taste like what beer flavored water tastes like. But that one's I'm pretty much done with it. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't feel bad about losing the rest. So I think that'll wrap it up for tonight. Until tomorrow, same time, same-ish. Well, same place, same-ish time. Hopefully tomorrow will be a little earlier. I've got a tattoo tomorrow. Super stoked about. Hard maybe. You guys will see that. And we'll be back here tomorrow to drink some more beer and talk about it. Until then, cheers. Still pretty good.
Welcome to the salt of the streets, coming at you every week with this food for thought. Hope you ready to eat everything.